Chair, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. The United States is pleased to participate in the 2017 Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction. I would like to thank the government of Mexico and the UN Office for Disaster Risk Reduction for hosting this important meeting. This event demonstrates Mexico's commitment and leadership in the area of disaster risk reduction. I also commend all of the participants for ensuring that the Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction continues to move forward apace. The United States is committed to reducing the risks and impacts of national disasters at home as well as abroad. We are making significant progress implementing the Sendai framework and reducing disaster risks in the United States. The United States Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, continues to develop and implement disaster risk reduction programs, including the Hazard Mitigation Planning Program, the Risk Map Program, the National Flood Insurance Program, the Floodplain Management Program, the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, and the National Earthquake Hazard Reduction Program, in partnership with other federal agencies, state and local government, and U.S. communities. The United States supports scientific and technical cooperation, including by promoting the open and free exchange of data, strengthening multi-hazard early warning systems, and enhancing capacity building on disaster risk reduction. A range of federal agencies collaborate on disaster risk reduction, including FEMA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the U.S. Geological Survey, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the Department of Health and Human Services. The United States, particularly through the United States Agency for International Development, has long been engaged in supporting disaster risk reduction programs to save lives and reduce the impact of disasters worldwide. We understand that an investment in disaster risk reduction is an investment in resilience. Incorporating disaster risk reduction into humanitarian assistance strengthens the ability of people to cope during future crises, and incorporating disaster risk reduction into development programs protects economic and development gains against potential shocks. It also helps build the capacity of governments at all levels and strengthens community and household resilience to manage risk and recover faster in the face of recurring disasters. We must remember that disaster risk reduction requires an interdisciplinary approach. The knowledge and expertise of various ministries, including finance, urban development, health, environment, commerce, and agriculture, are essential to implementing the Sendai framework to reduce risk, prevent the development of new risk, and build resilience. The private sector and NGOs also have critical roles to play in building the resilience of communities and countries. Indeed, collaboration is at the heart of achieving success. We can save lives, alleviate suffering, and lessen the economic and social impact of disasters if we partner broadly with communities, civil society, NGOs, educational, scientific, and technical institutions, local and regional governments, the private sector, and other stakeholder groups. The United States strongly supports a whole community approach to implementing disaster risk reduction. The whole community includes individuals who may experience a disproportionate or greater impact during or after a disaster. It is important to stress that the participation of the whole community requires equal access to local, state, and national preparedness activities and programs without discrimination. The United States remains committed to the common goal of reducing disaster risk and building resilience worldwide. We've made significant progress under previous frameworks, but we have a lot of work ahead of us. I know that together we can significantly advance the implementation of the Sendai framework. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Elizabeth Warfield.